Hey there, everyone. So, today I felt called to do a general energy reading because I feel like a lot of us are coming out of some specific energies. I'll do the runes after as an overarching theme, but I definitely felt a break today in the energy. So I really wanted to just get into a bit of a reading. So we're gonna just thank our spirit guides, thank our higher self, thank you ancestors, Ashe, 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 Asheo, Asheo. Thank you for being with us during this reading. Thank you for delivering us the message. We thank Spirit for guiding us. Like Spirit always does, never fails, right? Alright, let's see what we got. This deck is pretty hot. Alright, we got the Gold Kristen Dragon. Okay, because I did feel today that we were just coming out of some very heavy energies. So I don't want to pull too many cards because I want this to be pretty specific. We have the Earth and Fire Dragon. It's just from the Dragon Oracle deck. And then we have more Earth Dragon. So people are doing a lot of grounding right now. Stay grounded and be ready to serve. So you guys are going to be starting to serve your higher purpose. And then we have the Royal Blue and Gold Dragon. Strengthens you to stand in your power with wisdom. Okay. So let's just look over these cards really quick. I don't know. I don't feel called to use the book right now. So I'm not going to. So the Golden Kristen Dragon brings you love, brings you higher love so that you can embody the Christ light. So we're hitting, I believe the Christ light is in the 7th or 8th dimension. I have to double check, but they're going into the 5th with this. So absorb the Christ light, you are protected, expand your heart, and remain 5th dimensional. So this is really, a big theme is letting go of guilt. Even of certain habits and things that you have, just let go of the guilt of those things and stay in the positive, flow of things that are really going to make your life more abundant, more exciting, more expansive. So this is really important at this time. We have the Earth and Air Dragon. Represents a perfect balance of heaven and earth. Stay balanced. Ground your visions. I definitely feel that. Manifest your hopes and dreams. Right? And these wings, I was meditating today. Sort of like an active meditation. You know, when you like kind of just zone out. And I could feel these wings even on me. And I'm like, what the hell? But you're really going to be able to fly at this time, even though you're staying balanced. And some people may be traveling, so that's going to go very well for you. I know I'm going to be doing some more traveling myself. And then these orbs of light, that's what you're creating, what you're manifesting at this time. You're creating orbs of light. You're creating light. You're putting energy, frequency, and vibration into what you want to actually manifest. So that's super important right now. And staying balanced is important. Don't give over your mind to lower energies. A really good process that I learned was when a negative thought, guilt, or anything like that comes into your mind, you just go delete. And take time to journal and examine those emotions. Also, take time this is a really good time before this new moon to write out. And I actually heard this in another reading, so for it to be coming up here is pretty interesting. This is a really good time to write out in order to manifest. And I've been feeling the urgency to do that as well, because I'm continuously manifesting. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's one of the pleasures of this realm. So we also have the Earth Dragon. And do you see how they're colors, their aura, their, you know, desires, what they're creating is becoming grounded, yet they're at the top of a mountain. But it's going, it literally, what you're creating is going into the earth. You're really manifesting on a high level right now. So it clears your path and the land around you. Stay grounded. Be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing. I had a feeling about that. You can move forward in life. Over the last week and a half, see, I felt an opening today. That's why I felt compelled to do this, because I was like, I feel like a lot of people have been dealing with what I was dealing with over the last week or so, where it just felt like all these very, very nuanced emotions and things like that were coming up and being cleared. It wasn't something you could really put your finger on, though. It wasn't something you could say, this happened in my life. It was more like shedding a skin, or shedding this old persona, and you're stepping into now a new purpose, a new passion, something more than what you were. And then all this leads to, because you know the cards always tell a story, royal blue and gold dragon. So we're stepping into our power and our purpose through this process. So definitely want to trust the process. Strengthens you to stand in your power with wisdom. Awaken your own majesty. Wear your cloak of power with pride. So you are powerful. You already have it, and he's holding a sword there. So this might be some of our spiritual warriors have been going through a lot lately. And I feel you as a spiritual warrior. I've been destroying all kinds of entities in the astral realm. I've been fucking doing it out here for real. Shit has been crazy. So let's pull from the Chakra Oracle cards. I want to get some new cards. I actually want to create my own deck too. That's been coming to me a lot lately, to create our own deck. So we're just going to thank the ancestors again, even when using a new deck. Just shuffle. I shuffled these already, but I like a good shuffle. I don't like anything to be where it was. And these cards were ready to go even when I first started. So let's see what we got here. Whoa. Okay, y'all. Let's see what we got here. Okay. These have a lot of energy on them too. Oh, right here. I can feel that one. Facade. And this has been coming up a lot lately. And that goes along with shedding the skin, shedding, you know, clearing, a lot of healing on a micro level. And maybe some of, discovery comes next. Interesting. So we are still expanding our heart chakras. And it's a moon there, so this is definitely connected with this moon. It's connected with the Great Father, with wisdom, impartiality. And that's a beautiful, she has this beautiful amethyst pendant that this lady is wearing is really sticking out to me. So we're healing our throat, third eye right now. A lot of people are going to be opening their third eye right now. Let's see what else was coming to me. Ooh, insecurity. I think that's something that's clearing. And you see, these are these entities, and that's why I started offering that service, because a lot of these, some created through ourselves, some created through trauma, some created just from other people's energy that we're taking on. Okay, and I want to split this deck right now. See what Spirit has for us. There's one more in here. I can feel it. Now, I'm new to using runes. I'm going to use them just for fun because I really and we're okay. So all this is, once again, now we have power, now we have enlightenment. And I do want to read, and that's the sun. Wow, so we're doing a lot of discovery so we can shine our light at this time. That's interesting. Very interesting. This Facade card is super interesting to me, and I really do want to read from the book on this one because I feel called to. I feel like there's a deeper message This isn't who I am. Exactly in line with the message. The bronze boy Darnell was young, and I just want you guys to be able to see the card, when his father died and he became the man of the family. Out for a walk one day, many years later, he was mesmerized by the sight of children playing. As a child, he never played. Oh, okay, so you guys are doing some. He hid behind a tree, crying bitterly. You might want to be connecting with tree spirits at this time, too. Then quickly buried his emotions. At the very end of his life, on his way to heaven, he stopped at the park and finally reclaimed the inner child he had left behind many years before. So, yeah, this is definitely in alignment. If you're unhappy in your relationships, you may be relating to others through a false sense of duty. This is going to be releasing. Yeah, releasing guilt, false sense of duty. Give up being something you're not. It's time to step into your truth. Bronze God isn't about reclaiming, it is about reclaiming life. What have I done to heal my childhood pain? And that's exactly, like, so many people are really healing at this time, and I definitely applaud you all. Dissociating from yourself, reclaiming your life, healing childhood pain. So this is a recovery card, and I think that's what a lot of people have been feeling like I was really tired, like sleeping like more than I ever have in my life the last 2 days, and I'm like, that's not me. I'm like, I have so much work to do, I don't have time to be sleeping like this. But Spirit had me sleeping, so I slept, and I feel really good today. Finally. And look, once again, boom, I am more than I think I am. So on the discovery card, so we are really healing to really start exploring. And the moon there is really you're dealing with your emotions at this time. So you're dealing with discovery through understanding your emotional compass in a more profound and deeper way. And so this is interesting. And I think a lot of people are coming out of karmic relationships at this time, or they're understanding the purpose of their past karmic relationships. Life is easy for young Pink. He takes his gifts for granted until one day he loses Petunia, the love of his life, forcing him on an inner journey. He works hard on himself, hoping for another chance that doesn't come. In desperation, he consults Sky God and learns that Petunia is incapable of receiving love. Pink recognizes that Petunia's role in his life has been to expand his capacity to love. So that's going to be really dealing with like karmic relationships that taught you a lesson, whether it be a family member, friends, people who you know really didn't love you, but you ended up creating a more expansive version of compassion. Like, you never had that much compassion for other people before. So don't let your heart get hardened by what you've been through, because right now there's a new door opening up, and it's time for you to step through that door. And if you're holding on to this pain still and you're not realizing that there was a purpose for everything, you're gonna get caught up. And you're gonna enter your new cycle with a lot of emotional baggage. So yeah, and if you guys need any help with any spiritual healing or guidance or anything, please message me, or check out my website. I have some good services on there. Leaving the past behind. What'd I just say? Readiness for a new adventure. A willingness to venture into uncharted territory and a new level of self-care. The self-care thing I've been feeling heavy too, and I just want to speak on that really quick. So self-care is about it's really creating an aura of self-care. You need to create an aura around yourself of self-care, even if it's just little things. Even if you don't have a ton of money, get little things. You know what I'm saying? Treat yourself as if you actually love yourself. Start to get to a space where you treat yourself as if you really love yourself, and as if you want to really feel what it is to feel cared for. You got to care for you first. Is this my hair? So I've been feeling that lately. Spirit's been calling me to just take more time to relax. Not too much time to relax, but even when I'm working, to make it comfortable for me. So it's really just this beautiful feeling. It's kind of like how you felt when you would hang out with all your cousins or your friends and stuff. when you were a kid, or you would go to your like grandma or an aunt or a friend's mom's house, and it was so comfortable, you know? It was so like, oh man, this is just like, why would I ever want to leave here? So you're now going to be able to provide that for yourself. So that's exciting. So we also have impartiality. And the first thing, and you see how you have this light post in the back that stuck out just now. Not so much the paint cans, but the veil over her, the light post. So this veil is going to be lifted, or you need to put a veil over yourself so that you're not inviting in individuals that then put you back into a cycle of being in a karmic relationship and dealing with karmic soul ties, or family or friends. Those can all work situations. Even it could all be karmic relationships. So it's like, put a veil around your energy. Start valuing yourself more, so that when you walk into a room, there is an aura of, I care about myself, so you will not disrespect me. Okay? Also, you see how she has her jewels on like 10. So that's healing the throat. You're going to be able to speak your truth, opening the third eye. That purple is just really sticking out. And this lamppost in the back, I'm trying to figure out, that was just sticking out to me too. So it could represent our ancestors, our spirit guides being watched over. I don't feel like I need to read from the book on this, but that was very interesting for me. So we're dealing with a lot of heart stuff. So this is what could hold you back. Your insecurity. And that's even like a fucked up burning sun. You know what I mean? Like you're creating your own hell through your insecurities. And look at this little guy. He's like, fuck you. I'm gonna fuck you up. And look at his aura. He has a big aura, right? But look at this dude. He has that Christ light around his head. Like, this is who he was supposed to be. But he's being taken over by this. And this could be something you created. If you need an entity detachment, please message me. I do have a service for that. And you see how he's not opening his heart because of these insecurities. So you don't want to do this to your heart. There's so much, look at all that light that's inside of your heart. That's supposed to represent pain, but I'm looking at it from this perspective, that's light that's trapped inside of your heart that you're supposed to be projecting into the world, so you can help out people. The world needs you. Every perspective matters. The world needs you. Even if it's a small thing, it all matters. So don't look at it like, oh, I only came here for this. That's not a big deal. No, that's your purpose. And it's okay. But get into your purpose, and it's going to fulfill you more than anything else ever could. So this is our guy here who doesn't realize that he's supposed to be awakening, and he's trapped in his own insecurities. And he even has the color green on, which is dealing with the heart chakra. So that's where a lot of his pain is coming from. And then you have an unbalanced root with this red. So you guys are dealing with some insecurity, maybe with your finances, maybe with your home situations, maybe with your relationships. You don't feel secure. Create the security within yourself. Know that you are guided. Know that you are loved. Know that you are protected. Know that you don't need to feel insecure about yourself. Love yourself. You gotta love yourself first before you can love anybody. And then when we go through this, the end of the story, just like putting on our power with this dragon card, my spiritual warriors, I feel for you. It's been rough lately. We've been doing a lot of fighting in the astral. So we're coming to a space of enlightenment. And do you see how this guru, even though he's all beautiful and gold, oh, gold, I feel like I'm chosen, covered in gold. He's got the light there, so that could even represent really what you're putting out into the world now. Because even when we deal with our sun sign, that's really how you're expressing yourself, how you're putting yourself out there. That's your outward, you know what I mean? So we're walking in a light of enlightenment at the end of the day. And maybe we should listen to those who we think are just babies or just children, because these motherfuckers really got the game at this time. You know what I mean? You see how there's clouds at the bottom, like he's coming out of confusion. And now he understands. He has a mudra. He's just shining. This motherfucker's just shining. Don't you want to shine like that? He's really in his bag with this enlightenment stuff. I love it. And listen to the children. Or listen to your inner child. You're going to get some enlightenment and some downloads even from your inner child. See how it all and what do we start with? And they're both solar plexus cards, so that's dealing with your sun, literally your inner sun. But look, we started with this particular spread on top of the dragon deck, facade, boom, right? Inner child. You end with a more balanced inner child, so that's going to be super important right now. Now we're going to do some runes. I only want to pull 3. These are typically better for like when you're doing a personal reading or whatever, but I haven't really used these that much, and they're fun, and I've been using them lately because I bought them for no reason other than they stuck out to me. I didn't even know what they were when I bought them. I was like, what the fuck are these? I was like, oh, I'm gonna just buy them. So we have this symbol that I don't know what it means, but I will use the book and find out. And then we'll read from it too. It'll be fun. And then we have this symbol, which I believe I actually pulled upside down, which they have, if it's reversed, they'll let you know what it means if it's reversed. Ah, we got the Isa. I know what that one means. And Spirit wants one more. And this is going to resonate with maybe a different group of people that'll see this video. We have this. So let's see what all these little symbol of Spirit. Spirit's like, okay, Spirit's like, pull one more. Okay. I feel it at the bottom. It's actually like, you feel the energy on your hands. And this one. Okay. Cool. So let's check it out. Oh, and this is the book of Runes from Ralph H. Blum. Pretty good. I really love the interpretations in this book, so you guys can just look it up on Amazon, I guess, and like grab it from there. So this first rune is Disruption. Ooh. The second one is upside down. So it's Joy upside down. Wow, somebody has a disrupted joy. Interesting. And then you have Standstill. Wow, you guys are dealing with a lot right now. We have Opening. Okay, so this is what we're coming out of. Then you have Opening, and then you have Journey. Oh, okay. So, oh wow, this is crazy. Okay, let's go to Destroy. Let's see what I'm saying. These runes are so on point. Like, I love using them. They're really, really a good divination tool. And I feel like they work a little better because they deal with symbols. Love symbols. Disruption, elemental power. So you're going to be tapping in with nature deities or primordial power, hail. Change, freedom, invention, and liberation are all attributes of this rune. Drawing it indicates pressing need within the psyche to break free from constricting identification with material reality and to experience the world from an archetypal mind. Boom! What this whole reading has been about. You guys are shedding your skin. But you see how the runes really brought even deeper clarity? I love these. The rune of elemental disruption of events that seem totally beyond your control. Hagalaz has only an upright position. Okay. And yet it always operates through reversal. Ooh. When you draw this rune, expect disruption, for this is the Great Awakener. And some of you are coming out of this, because this is how I read it, is like, this is what, the first 3 are kind of like what you're coming out of, and then the last 2 are what you're going into. Although the form the awakening takes may vary, perhaps you will experience a gradual feeling of coming to your senses or clarity, like I felt today. I was like, there's a nice clarity today. I feel like I should do this reading. Then again, the onset, as though you are emerging from a deep sleep. Okay, we got some new people awakening. Then again, the onset of power may be such as to rip away the fabric of what you previously knew as your reality, your security. And then we pulled the insecurity card. So a lot, and I said that's the root chakra. Some people might be feeling but it's just taking that away to bring you into something that's even better. You know, you're coming into something that's better. Why would you want to stay the same? Your understanding of yourself, your work, your relationships, your beliefs. So this is a total overhaul. And that's also what I meant by, like, it feels like, for me, the last, because I'm so sensitive to the energies, the last, like, week and a half have been that for me. And I've been so lucky, so grateful for the clients that I've been able to help. Very, very high vibrational, beautiful beings, and I'm just happy to be here with them, you know. Just helping them on their path. Okay. Your understanding of yourself, your work, relationship, disruption takes many forms. A relationship fails. Some people with those karmic ties, plans go awry. A source of supply dries up. But do not be dismayed. Whether you created the disruption or whether it comes from an outside source, you are not without power in this situation. That dragon card, once again, stepping into your power. Your inner strength, the will you have funded until now in your life, provides support and guidance at a time when everything you've taken for granted is being challenged. Have gratitude. You guys are learning gratitude. Beautiful. Another cycle runes. The term radical discontinuity best describes the action of Hagalaz, and I hope I'm saying that right, at its most forceful, the most severe disruption in your life. The more significant and timely the requirements for your growth. The universe and your own soul are demanding that you do indeed grow. Now do you see why I like these? Okay. This is so fun. Okay, let's go into the next one. Because I started using these and I was like, So 115 is joy. We and the guy who wrote this book is thorough. Okay. Let me see something. Okay, so we're just gonna go to joy reversed because that's how it came. So this is our joy rune, and it was reversed. Well, it looks backwards on there, but it's cool. Things are slow in coming to fruition. The process of birth is long and arduous, and some of you are coming out of this. And fears arise for the safety of the child within. So this is also dealing with the inner child again. So if you guys need help with your reconnecting with your inner child, definitely contact me for that, because I love doing those. I got a nice technique for that. A crisis, a difficult passage, even if brief, is at hand. Consideration and deliberation are called for. Ask yourself whether you possess the virtues of seriousness, sincerity, and emptiness. So you're going to be, and that's just all going with the inner journey of letting go at this time, and letting go of who you think you are, so you can allow this new, beautiful, fantastic, more elevated version of yourself to emerge. Like, do you want to keep decaying, or do you want to come out of your cocoon? Do you want to emerge finally? So this is the process of restructuring. Your DNA is everything's restructuring. So this is great. Ask yourself whether, to possess them is to have tranquility. So this is dealing with grounding, which is the ground for patience, clarity, and perseverance. Like yesterday when I did a personal reading, the perseverance card actually came up. Seen in its true light, everything is a test. So it's to show you. And so focused in the present, sincere toward others, and trusting in self, knowing that you cannot fail. In times of crisis, Raju reversed is a useful meditation. Ashe, thank you, ancestors. Thank you, spirit guides. Thank you, higher self. Ashe, thank you for the message. We are so grateful. We are so grateful. Stand still. So this is really, stand still I'm getting is coming to a point of your inner core strength, your inner core self, finding your inner sun, finding your inner soul. You're going to become more centered. That's what spirit is telling me right now. All right, 137. 137. And they got my third eye. Boom, 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 like that right now. All right, so this is the number 23. And so that 2 and 3, feminine and a 3 is questionable. But 2 and 3 make a 5, which is good for abundance and manifestation. That's a really good number for when you're working on, changing things. So the winter of the spiritual life is upon you, and we are coming into harvest season and going into winter. You may find yourself entangled in a situation whose implications you are, in effect, blind. So that's a karmic situation. You may feel powerless to do anything except submit, surrender, or even sacrifice some long-cherished desire. Be patient, for this period of gestation that this is the period of gestation that precedes a rebirth. Boom! We are rebirthing ourselves right now. So you be gentle with yourself. Love yourself. This is not an easy process. Positive accomplishment is unlikely now. But it is positive. There is a freeze on useful activity. All your plans are on hold. You may be experiencing an unaccustomed drain of energy. How have I been feeling? I've been sleeping like you have no... Today's the first day I feel like I'm coming out of it. But the last week or so, sleep. And I'm like, I have to do things. My body's like, no, bitch. You're not doing nothing but sleeping. Okay, and wonder why. A chill wind is reaching you over the ice floes of old, outmoded habits. So Spirit, damn, I feel like I'm on fire right now. Okay, so Spirit is literally using the dream space to help you actually get out of who you were. So a lot of people are going to be doing healing in their dream space, which is why you're sleeping so much, because you're doing a greater healing that requires a lot of sleep in your body, because you're doing a soul healing. It's like a spiritual soul retrieval or something like that. It's beautiful. Trying to hold on can result in shallowness of feeling, sense of being out of touch with life. Seek to discover what it is you're holding on to that perpetuates this condition and let go. Shed, release, cleanse away the old. Doing so will bring on the thaw. And that's how I feel like I really did it, because I surrendered to myself. I don't surrender to anyone else but myself. Usually Issa requires sacrifice of the personal, the I. And when I say myself, my higher self. At such a time, you cannot hope to rely on help or friendly support, and that's why you're also going to be creating that comfort around yourself at this time. And yet there is no reason for anxiety. Submit and be still. For what you are experiencing is not necessarily the result of your actions or habits, but rather arises from conditions about which you can do nothing. What has been full must empty. What has increased must decrease. This is the way of heaven and earth. To surrender is to display courage and wisdom. And yet is another face to stand still. Just as winter is a time for going within, drawing Issa can announce a time of restoration and renewal at the deepest level. In your solitude, exercise caution, and do not stubbornly persist in attempting to work your will. Don't. Just go to your higher self and be like, what do you want me to do today? Because that works a lot better. Remain mindful that the seed of the new is present in the shell of the old. The seed of unrealized potential, the seed of the good. Trust your own process and watch for signs of spring. And you're going to get spring sooner than you think. Because this isn't something that's going to last a long, long time. I don't feel like... It's going to feel like a long, long time because of all you're going to be... Really, all these emotions and things that are emerging that are being transmutated. And then we get... Last night I got a dragon for that too. Okay, so then we have... I forgot what this one was. We only have 2 more. So bear with me. We have opening. What'd I say? What did I say? And we drew it in the right position, which is cool. So we have opening next. Told you guys, it's not gonna last forever. Chill out. So this is a really, really good sign. And we got it So this is number 14. This is 5-2. So we're doing some major abundance around here. Kano, opening fire torch. This rune of opening, this is the rune of opening and renewed clarity, of dispelling the darkness that has been shrouding some part of your life. Shadow work, guys. If you need someone to help you with, I mean, I do shadow work, but if you want someone that literally that's all they do, hit me up. I know somebody that's really good. You are free now, both to receive gifts and to know the joy of non-attached giving. That's so much. That's giving is a lot of fun. Kano is the rune for the morning activities. I think it is still morning, actually. For seriousness, clear intent, and concentration, all of which are essential to the beginning of any endeavor. One of the 13 cycle runes. The protection offered by Kano is this: the more light you have, the better you can see what is trivial and outmoded in your own conditioning. So it's the same thing, guys. In relationships, there can now be a mutual opening up to which you may trigger and set in motion through your awareness that the light of understanding is once again available to both of you. That's kind of dope. So you guys might be dealing with some arguments or some triggering, those who are in their in relationships, but it's actually going to grow the relationship at this time. So that was a nice little thank you. Recognize that while on one hand you are limited and dependent, on the other you exist as the perfect center where the harmonious and beneficent forces of the universe merge and radiate. You are that center. What I say about getting centered and finding your inner sun or inner soul, and you got to listen to that guiding light more at this time, because the old way of doing things where we could look at the world around us and get our information from there and go with the flow with these old systems, that shit is dead. It's not going to work anymore. You have to go with your inner light. Simply put, if you have been operating in the dark, there is now enough light to see that the patient on the operating table is yourself. Stop. Okay. So this reading got crazy really fast. And Spirit led me to do this. I had no idea. And then, now that we've reemerged, these new beings of light, and we're clearing out all that old stuff, what's happening next, guys? Journey. Let's see what this, okay, well, let me show you the rune. And we got that in the upright position. So that's a journey rune. It's a R. It looks like a R anyway. What page is this? 131. All right, let's check it out. I can't wait till I know these by heart. Oh my God, check this out. Journey, communication, union, reunion. This rune is concerned with communication, with the attunement of something that has two sides, two elements, and with the ultimate union. Some people are going to be finding their divine masculine and feminine. Hold on. I got excited. This is so great. Two elements, and with the ultimate union that comes at the end of the journey, when what is above and what is below are united in one of mind. Okay, so this is getting out of duality consciousness and starting to see how like and unlike are the same. Oh man, this is really a multi-dimensional message. Love it. Y'all not gonna believe this. Inner worth mounts here. Inner worth. So a lot of people, that's what we've been dealing with this whole time, is that inner worth. And at such a time, you are not intended to rely entirely upon your own power. So that's dealing with your higher self. Instead, acts what constitutes right action, X, through prayer or meditation, which is what I said, through addressing the witness self or the teacher within. Exactly. And that's the enlightenment, the inner child. So much connected here. Boom, 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 boom. Once you are clear, you can neutralize your refusal to let right action flow through you. Not intent on movement, be content to wait. So people are going to be doing some waiting. While you wait, keep on removing resistances. As the obstacles give way, all remorse arising from trying to make things happen disappears. Oh, so we're not trying, we're doing. So you want to be in the flow of the action, and especially when you're done with your all the stuff that's coming up, and when you feel like, okay, I'm in a good space now, it's opening, it's clearing. It might happen on different days for everybody. I feel like today was my day where it broke finally. But it might happen tomorrow for you, or it might have happened yesterday for you, or it might happen in a month for you. And so just go with the process. You know, trust your process. It's your personal process, your personal mission, your personal journey. Not intent on movement. Be content to wait. Blah, blah, blah. Journey is towards self-healing, self-change, and union. That's what I'm saying, like union. Some people are really going to find their divine partners through their healing. You are concerned here with nothing less than obstructed perfect union. What? So that's also the union of the higher self and the flesh, you know, the flesh that you're in. So a lot of people are going to be going through some serious ego deaths. People who are not in tune with the energies are going to be bird boxing like a motherfucker. So y'all just sit, as far as that goes, just sit back and watch the show. Like, get your popcorn, sit back, put your feet up, maybe get a glass of wine, enjoy the show, because shit is going to be funny as fuck. Regulate the union of heaven and earth. So that's the higher realms, the higher ways of thinking. That's your higher self, and then your earthly self. So that's exactly what I said, cannot be forced. Regulate any X view. What? Oh, hold up, the pages got stuck together. I was like, what? Any excess in your life. Okay, material advantages must not weigh heavily on this journey of the self towards the self. So I'm going to explain that in a second. Stand apart from like-minded others. Hello. Got a little bee in to clear the energy. Stand apart from like-minded others. The notion of strength in numbers does not apply. So I want to touch on this really quick. So the notion of strength in numbers does not apply really is because, listen, most of the people on the earth are not conscious. They'll never be conscious. They'll never get to the perfected, their personal perfected state. So in understand, and I mean spiritually, and in understanding that, don't expect everybody to understand what you understand. It's not like that. The more and more you learn, I can't really say higher. I say that for talking in this realm because dimensions are different. But the more and more you learn, and the more you grow, and the more you get in touch with your higher self and listen to your inner teacher, there's going to be a lot of people you can't relate to anymore. And it's fine. It's natural, actually. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. And then I also want to touch on the material advantages must not weigh heavily on this journey. So it doesn't matter what you have. Don't focus on, you know, making your money, whatever, but that's not the most important thing. We're no longer worshiping our money at this time. We're using it and putting it, just as we're putting our ego in its proper place, we're putting our money in its proper place to where now we can start to use it as the tool that it is. Okay, another cycle runes. Radio carries within it the rune of joy. For now, and look, and we had the joy one come up, which is funny. The soul's journey cannot be shared. Another of the cycle runes, radio, carries within its form the rune of joy. For now, the end is in sight. You are no longer burdened by what you left behind. Heaven above you and earth below you unite within you to support you on your way. Okay, so that's also the higher and lower chakras. Wow, they're they're real energy systems, but there's so much more than just that to them metaphysically. So yeah, you guys, there's a lot going on right now. A simple prayer for the sojourn is, I will to will thy will. Damn, I felt that. That's within just the self. I will to will thy will. Such prayers intention is proper on any occasion and is particularly appropriate as preamble to healing. This was good. Okay, so that's it. That was beautiful. I really appreciated the fact that I recorded all of this on my phone and it's like 40 minutes long. That's pretty impressive. I was only thinking this was going to be like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I didn't think it was going to be this long. But I'm going to be decoding a poem that I actually channeled, because as I'm reading, and I've been reading a lot the last couple days and watching certain lectures, Spirit is kind of pulling me towards actually decoding this, because what I was saying, it's like Spirit was like, this is what I gave you, now this is what it means even deeper. So my soul, your soul understands, in other words. So I'm going to be decoding that, and I'll read the poem also. You can also check it out on my YouTube. It's called Let the Sages Sleep. Also, I'm going to be taking pre-registration for the next cycle of the Soulwork Masterclass. It was originally to open your psychic abilities, but it's grown into sort of like really tying in ancient and modern concepts and really putting things in a perspective of clarity. It's a very holistic class. So we're going to be dealing with chakra work, multidimensional reality, the morphogenetic field. Meditation is the foundation, but we're dealing with different forms of meditation, not just sitting there, you know. There's different forms of meditation. It's very natural for people to meditate even in their regular daily life. And yeah, we're just dealing with a lot of stuff like that to really help people pull it all together and get you to your next level on your journey. That's the point of all this. I want people to get to I want you to be the fucking X-Men, okay? You guys gotta get it together, get it together. And if anybody needs help with their spiritual work, I do readings. My card readings are pretty inexpensive. But I also do entity detachments, and if it comes up in an intuitive reading or a cord cutting ceremony, cord cutting is like an entity detachment, but other cords might come up or whatever. If it comes up, I do the work anyway. But if you know specifically that you need an entity or emotional detachment because it's something that's been with you and you want to get rid of it, that entity detachment service is specifically for that. If you're not sure what's really going on, that's when the intuitive reading really is valuable. If you want to start to balance out the different areas in your life, that's when you really want to do a chakra reading and get a read on your chakras. But yeah, that's like what I do, you know, spiritual warrior shit, fucking up these entities so you guys can live more clear, detaching shit that sometimes y'all created yourselves. So if you created it yourself, you have to be mindful not to recreate it, because that could be a bitch. Archangel Gabriel brings purification, as I'm talking about. Okay, Spirit, I see you today. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here, but thank you so much for riding with me through this long reading. This was an exciting adventure. I'll be back later. Bye.